Hey guys, it's Saru, and yes, it's been a couple of weeks since the last video. Unfortunately, due to this crazy pandemic going around with the Rona, but a bit insane. However, there is a little bit of news when it comes to MMO console news, so let's get right into it. As you may or may not know, I've mentioned this in the past, especially on my Discord, about the upcoming console and PC MMORPG from Elyon Games and Amazon Game Studios. The Lord of the Rings. Yes, that's right, a brand new Lord of the Rings MMORPG is being developed by Elyon, who is owned by the same company that helped create Warframe, and well, Amazon. You don't really need an introduction to that. Now, back in 2018, Elyon Games announced that it would be partnering up with Middle-earth Enterprises to create a brand new immersive game experience, exploring the epic regions in Middle-earth during the years leading up to the events to The Lord of the Rings. So this would be taking place before the books and the movies. Then again in 2019, it was announced that the same studio would be working with Amazon Game Studios to develop the game for PC and consoles, and that Amazon Game Studios would be marketing and publishing the game globally, except for China, which would be managed by Elyon. The game is said to be a free-to-play MMORPG with no release date just yet. Elyon Technologies has experiences when it comes to free-to-play, being pretty damn successful actually. Just look at one of its subsidiaries, Digital Extremes in Canada, which made Warframe. Their game under their flagship are all basically called a live service model. Right now they're offering a job position for artists to really set apart the graphic and look of the game as a whole, were I to garner a guess, really separate itself from The Lord of the Rings Online, an older MMORPG with the same name, but has nothing to do with this game whatsoever. Again, this is set to release for consoles and PC, and given the time and development, I'd say we won't see it until the next generation consoles. I'll keep you guys updated on the game though. Let's get into familiar territory. See what I did there? TERA console. Now TERA has already started teasing Awakening update coming this year in June, which yes, all classes will receive the Awakening update at once, along with a brand new UI and a new skills update that hasn't ever been seen before. Right now it's dubbed as skill reorganization or skill improvements. The development team is creating new skills and chains to make the classes in the game even more fun to play and a little more smoother. Now these changes are only for console only, and again the development team for PC and console are completely different people. As for those wondering about Awakening, yes, it will be slightly different on console as it is on PC, and it will offer a completely different quest line for it. So if you're preparing from PC stuff, you might be a little surprised when it comes to console. Now, if that's not to get you excited, it's been reported that adventure coins and the companion system will not be coming to consoles at all. Apparently, these systems just don't work and are not really a fan favorite, and they just wouldn't work well in winning console environments. At least this is according to the TERA console lead developer. Now, when it comes to TERA, as you may or may not know, I recently stepped down as their partner for NMAS Entertainment, and also their player council, which is honestly just a fancy term for moderator for the game. However, I'm happy to say that you'll see from time to time that content that will be promoted on their website when there is content related to TERA here on this channel or on Sarumonin.com. This is a collaborative effort between NMAS Entertainment and Sarumonin.com, or this channel in general. Now when it comes to written guides or just news or content, you may even see giveaways or other things of that nature. That will be a collaborative effort to promote myself and just kind of show you guys, hey, this is TERA. But that's as far as it goes. It's not really a partnership or anything like that. It's just a collaborative effort. We're just working together. We've worked together in the past really well, but that's as far as that goes. So just a heads up. In addition to that, I've had the incredible opportunity to bring both the lead developer or head of TERA console and the business team leader for TERA console over at Craft and Bluehole Studio to my Discord, which you can join in the description below or in the pinned comments. Or of course, you could just go to your browser and go to discord.sarumonin.com and it'll take you directly to my Discord. There, the dynamic duo has shared a deep look into the future of TERA console, from patch notes and even allowing for players to mold the way that brand new skill improvements for each class works. A great example is the newest Gunner class video, which was actually shown off last night, and the newest passive, Arcane Reload, which was actually named by our community member in the Discord, Shiro. So if you want a chance to mold the game and make it even better when it comes to dungeons, when it comes to bug reports, stuff like that, or really just get answers to your questions that may already actually be answered, but if you have any questions that never have been answered, you can join the Discord and be a part of that. And to be clear, this is not an official gateway or anything. You should still go to NMAS Entertainment as they are the publisher, but this is just an alternative if you guys want a little more communication and actual heads up on when things are coming. Now for Black Desert. Blizzard. Not too much has changed since the release of their newest Dragon update, which brought an insane amount of content. However, for Node Wars, medium and large siege towers are now available, along with weapons that will benefit players when it comes to massive battles, but there is also an event taking place currently called Mystical Ellie's Water Festival. You can basically receive a bunch of event items, and which will help you level up and gear up as well. Right now, the developers are actually just looking at bug fixes and ways to optimize and better the game experience for everybody. I've been speaking with the team over at Prolibis, and honestly, it's been mostly because I'm just really excited for Crimson Desert, for their brand new Dokkaevi, and of course Plan 8. Now, Plan 8 is the one game I really want to play. But for right now, they're focusing on Black Desert, and they're aware of a lot of the issues that are going around. So if you don't know about the Dragon update, you can check out my previous video on this, which is actually the video before this, which will explain a lot of the update and what it holds. For Phantasy Star Online 2, the game has officially released and is growing even more popular on the Xbox One. Now, the PC version is still set to release on spring 2020, with the PS4 version to follow soon after that. Now, for players that have argued with me, or just in general, that the PS4 version will not release, first of all, the PS4 version has been released for quite some time now, since I want to say 2012, in Japan, and even on the PS Vita. But for North America and Europe, Phil Spencer, the president of Xbox, even stated that the game is just a time exclusive with Xbox, and it will eventually end up on all platforms. Now, I must say though that the game does offer a vast amount of communication from the team over at Sega, and keeps the game's community in constant check with updates, news, and announcements. Now, if only that were the standard for all MMOs. Blade and Soul. I'm sure you can hear by my voice the disappointment. Yes, I know you're waiting for Blade and Soul information, and as am I. Unfortunately, that f***ing information doesn't exist. I don't know, I've had my ears to the grounds. Of course, Lysol sprayed on the ground first. Can't take any risks these days. And no information is out just yet. Lips are tightly sealed. However, it is interesting to note that their Unreal Engine 4 update that released on PC, with their brand new servers called the Frontier servers, have actually been reviewed very negatively by players. I'm curious if this will change the development of the game for console, or if it's even still under construction. Only time will tell, and I will keep everyone updated either here or on Sarumonin.com. Now lastly, Ascent Infinite Realms. Though it's now known to the world as Elyon, the game has been changed from the ground up entirely. Well, not enough to really change it into Unreal Engine 4, but I digress. Combat has been changed from tab targeting, which was always a strange thing in my head when you have such a successful combat system with TERA. It's the same creators, the same studio, but they went into tab targeting for some strange reason. But anyways, disregarding that, it's now been changed into a skill-based free action combat, much like that of TERA's, which will offer a rich array of customization. Now, Kakao is still set to publish the game for PC on North America and Europe, but one must wonder if Bluehole will publish on consoles. After all, they do have experiences now with consoles, and it is very likely they'll market it there. At the end of the day, all signs point to possibly NMAS Entertainment, as they are a subsidiary of Bluehole, or rather Krafton, when it comes to publishing consoles, but who knows. However, I mean, Krafton Bluehole is after all publishing themselves TERA console in Southeast Asia and Xbox Japan. Is it possible that they'll self-publish if it does come to console? I suppose we'll see, but seeing how long it took for TERA to get a consoles, I don't think we'll see that for a few years, so I wouldn't get our hopes up. Lastly, this isn't really an MMO, but I really want to give a shout out and a thanks to my friend Cry for the shout out on my brand new website, Sarumonin.com. Now, this site has been like a dream come true, and it's cool to be the first source anywhere to release the information on Mortal Shell. If you're not sure what Mortal Shell is, it's an upcoming Dark Souls-esque RPG. Originally, this game was actually going to be called Dungeon Haven, and I actually applied to be their voice actor like 2 years ago. I completely knew about this game for a while, and it looks very different than how it was originally in development. Funny how time flies. However, the game is looking fantastic, and I've shared the game on my website, and the game actually had a contest not too long ago to give out some fancy headsets for the winners that could imitate the voice that says "Bring the glands back to me" from the little trailer that it has. And if you've watched the trailer various times like I have, then you know what voice I'm talking about. It's just the narrator voice at the beginning of the trailer. Now, this was my version at least.
Bring the glands back to me. Only then shall you obtain treasures that you seek. Escape this mortal coil and become one with the night. Do this, and you receive the fancy headset that Mortal Shell is giving away.
Well, I didn't win or anything, but I did get honorable mention, so that's something, I guess. But I had lots of fun. Well, guys, that's all the latest news I can muster up for the last, month or so before I lost my mind. I know I've been gone for some time, but it's just been a lot of mental exhaustion on my part with what's been going on in the world and this whole virus and everything, and I just hope you're all taking care of yourselves and staying home. For everyone that's been subscribed or brand new subscriber, you're just literally watching this just cause. I hope you're taking care of yourself. The world is on fire. Don't walk into the flames. Okay? Okay. Make sure to subscribe and click that adorable f***ing bell to know when I upload a brand new video. Want to support me even further? Join my Patreon at patreon.com/Sarumonin. And don't forget to come join my Discord if you want to chat and hang out. Much love, and as always, till next time, friends.